Hello viewers, welcome to today's amazing episode on life balance. Of course, here we talk to women about how to balance their life despite the ups and downs of the economy. You know, women are still doing great things. And today I have on the call today a woman who is a seasoned professional. And not just that, she's a woman that wears many hats. Yes, you heard me right, many hats. I'm going to be listing her hats, okay? But this person is quite fantastic to have her. It's my pleasure to have her on this call today because she carries so much grace. She is a bishop. She is an actress. She is a CEO of a school. She is a consultant. She counsels a lot of women. She's into clothing. She's into farm. When I say many hats, I can't list all of them. Okay, so I want to formally introduce our able bishop. She's not just a bishop. She is Bishop, Dr. Apostle, Mrs. Adenuga Rosanna Okachi. Ma'am, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
Nice to have you
My
here.
pleasure.
Okay, so she's going to talk to us, but right now, let's take a break. All right, welcome back. So our bishop is going to be talking to us today. So we want to find out, how does she combine all of this plenty hats she's wearing? How does she combine it and she's still very financially stable, mentally stable, emotionally stable, and otherwise? Don't say it's because she's a bishop. Let's hear from her directly why all this is possible for her. Ma'am, first and foremost, yes, you're wearing many hats, and of course, you're looking beautiful. I must comment that as a bishop, you're looking real nice.
Thank you so much.
Okay, but first and foremost, I want to talk about your name. Your name is really striking. You're a bishop, you're a doctor, you're an apostle, and then you are Mrs. and then Adenuga. I know that is a Yoruba name, and you are Rosanna. That's an English name. And then Okachi. I know that's the name from the eastern part of the country. So how? I don't understand it. Can you tell us? I know you're a holistic Nigerian. That's what I can see here. Okay. So why people are just saying there's crisis up and down? There's somebody that is here unifying Nigeria through her diverse things. So please tell us about that, ma'am.
Thank you so much. That reminds me when last I went to defend a thesis in Unilag. And when I got there, many people said they asked them to go and rewrite their researches. And when I came out, I was laughing because when I got there, my own interview was on my name. This name had always pulled some interest. So when they asked me, they said, "You are Adenuga, you are Okachi, you are Rosanna. Please, can you tell us more about yourself?" I laughed and I started explaining because I was talking on collective bargaining. So I told them, I said, my parents are from the eastern part of Nigeria, precisely Imo State. Okay. When they gave back to me, definitely Okachi is my Igbo name too. They said, let's claim her as our child. And they also look beyond that. They said, this child have some potentials. She will become great. Let's give her an English name. So that the English people, when she's relating with them, will be able to call her and by the name that will be good and they will be able to get familiar with. When I wanted to get married, marriage took me all the way to the western part of Nigeria, Ogun State precisely. Wow. And I got married to the Adenuga's family.
What, the popular Adenuga family that we know about?
Yes, not the Wale Adenuga, not the Mike Adenuga. Although Mike Adenuga is my husband's cousin. Okay. They are related. It was when the mom died. They brought us Ashwebi and said, my mother-in-law said, this is her sister's Ashwebi. I said, but you didn't tell me we are that closely. That was how I got to know that Mike is related to us. Okay. But on a distance, because I've never even met any of them. Oh, really? Yes, but they are my in-laws, yeah. Okay. So that was how the name came about. And because we're true Nigerians, we want to make it that women, you don't start telling your children this way to get married to, this way to get married to. In fact, my son got married to also a Westerner. Wow. Yeah, yes, by the grace of God, I'm now a grandmother of 3. Oh,
Oh, really?
Yes, I have 3 grandchildren.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't look it, Mom. You look
Thank
so
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Wow, so that's her. That's one of the things. And when I say she's special, at least you can see that she's one of the people that try to unify Nigeria, okay? Because she's allowing her children to even get married to anywhere they want to get married to in Nigeria. We're talking about unity in Nigeria, and the women playing a key role when it comes to unifying people in Nigeria. All right, so that's that. We're going to look at her again as a bishop. Okay, so she's a bishop and a female bishop for that matter. So I'm wondering, Mom, how are you able to, become a bishop and it's not, is it weighing you down? Is it something that is challenging and all of that?
Yes, the work I do as an apostle, I started my race as an evangelist, became a pastor, became a teacher. From there, had the other giftings that led to my being appointed as a bishop. And when that came up, I made up my mind that I was going to take up that offer. And they said, Madam, are you ready to be ordained as a bishop? I said, yes. One striking thing also that happened, with that name you call apostle, it was the genesis of the bishopry.
Okay.
Yeah. When I was in a particular place, I was serving in all other offices until a man came from Australia called Paul Galligan. Wow. I won't forget that man. He came, he said, God sent him to Australia to ordain a woman as an apostle in Australia. The man came to Nigeria and said he was looking for a woman that God sent him to come and ordain in Nigeria. And so I attended that program, PFM and CAN program. Yeah. All of a sudden, the man, when I got to my turn, he said, yes, that's a woman, that's a woman. God said he should ordain as an apostle. I looked at him, I said, in Nigeria, we don't have women apostles. So it's only in white garment churches we have it. He said, no, God sent him to Nigeria for that mission. Wow. That he went to Australia to do it, and he's in Nigeria to do it. Everybody was looking. And that was the day I was ordained an apostle. Before then, I was being addressed as Reverend Mrs. Because that was my first ordination. But after that, I became an apostle, and I started working in the apostolic realm.
Okay, so Mom, can you explain to us what's the difference between being an apostle? It looks like it's a bigger thing, the way you're talking about it. I think it's really a calling.
And I'm an apostle, thank you, Mom. An apostle is somebody that have the giftings of the fivefold ministry. Okay. This one is the teacher, this is the pastor, this is the evangelist, this is the prophet, and this is the apostle. This apostle have all these giftings in one. That is why he or she is called an apostle. Wow. So that makes a difference. You can be a pastor without being an apostle, without being a prophet. You can be a prophet without being an evangelist. We can be an evangelist without being a teacher. But you cannot be an apostle without having all of these other giftings. So an apostle is somebody that have the fivefold giftings of the Bible. Wow. And that makes rooms for you to have an office. The calling is an apostolic calling, then the office is a bishopry office.
Okay. Yes, Mom. Wow, that's so interesting to hear that she's the bishop, and of course, she's not just a bishop by accident. This is somebody that has a real calling. Of course, that's why you see she was identified and picked up from the crowd.
We
and
were
said,
45
wow.
On the day of my ordination, and I was the only female ordained as an
So some people have this calling. I mean, it comes natural. There's a calling for them, okay? We're not saying that other people don't have calling, but we have identified somebody who is specially called to do the job here. Thank you, Mom. I'm so happy that at least now I know somebody I can always run to, to teach me and all of those things. All right. But like I said, she wears many hats, okay, as a bishop. Now she has another hat she's wearing, okay? This one is something I just keep imagining. How is she able to combine it? She is a Nollywood actress, and she's done so well in that space. She's a director, she's a producer, she's the second. Let's just hear from her directly, because I can't even mention all of them. So, Mom, how are you able to combine it? You are a bishop, you're still able to go into Nollywood. They're two worlds apart. People don't think that somebody who is in the Christendom can go into here at the same time. Based on what we hear about Nollywood, so many things that, so can you throw more light on that as a female?
Yeah, thank you so much. This Nollywood, when you hear some things about Nollywood, rightly, most of the things we hear are correct. So God also is concerned about what is happening in that industry. Because in Nollywood, you are able to influence the whole world by what they see. Yeah. You act it out, and people see that, and they begin to live their lives. Some pick what they want to live on by what they watch. So when God got concerned, I think so many years back when I was in a particular church, I don't want to mention the name, they wanted to have a drama group. Our general overseer then said, this my little girl have to be there. I was in university then. And so I was brought in to be part of those who will pioneer that work. And so we started it, but something happened along the line. He just decided, let's do away with this because these people are maybe bringing worldliness or corrupting us. So that arm of the church, then their church was stopped. So I now went for a minister's, a PMPN, Minister Prayer Forum. And God used one man of God and said, God has been calling many of you to go into different places. You need to be versatile. If you leave the world, they will corrupt everywhere.
Exactly.
And what you are talking about, Nollywood, before you are given a role to play, particularly a major role, you have to sleep with the 2-3 directors, men. Even the PM, you have to sleep with the production manager. You have to sleep. So when I got there, the first thing, when God told me, that was 2015.
Yeah.
I said, God, what do I do? He said, don't worry. I'm taking you there. You are an apostle. An apostle is called. That word apostle means sent.
Yeah, okay.
So I said, Daddy, I'm ready to go. He said, okay, if you are going, I will make a way for you. You are going to get to the zenith of the leadership so that you'll be able to influence the cadres. Because when you are up there in the hierarchy, you'll be able to come and affect some things. Be in the executive. I said, no problem. So that was how I went to where I saw them doing something. I said, can I join? He said, yes. I said, but I had something, that you people have to sleep with women before you give them roles to play. He said, no, it's not like that. I said, I'm born again. I don't want to get soiled. He said, no. You will watch and see now. But while I got in, I discovered that what I was told was real. They make passes on ladies and all the rest. Sometimes they promise them a lot of things, role to play, this and that, even when they don't know what to do. But because you have slept with them, you are given. And some will go there to mess up. So God now made us like a watchdog. Like the legislative arm of the government, they are the watchdog of the law. Yeah. So I got there with that assignment to sanitize some things. Okay. So when people ask me that, they always know. They call me Mama Militant. Yes, in Nollywood. When you say Mama Militant, we are not two. I'm the only Mama Militant in the whole Nollywood. Yes, because when I get there, when things are going wrong, you will see my eye, you will see it on me. They say, Mama is coming, Mama is coming. Everybody, the directors, everybody will sit right. And then I'll call them, why did you do this? Well, that lady, you were just trying to... They will say, action. Camera, light, action. You see them. They will do as if they are putting the mic on you. They are trying to press the breast. At the end of the day, so many things happen. So I will look at them. That was what led me to becoming one of the directors. I have to go and register to become a director so that I can also influence that area of the work in Nollywood. Yeah. So by the grace of God, right now, I'm also the DGS of Association of Nigerian Movie Directors. That's ANMD.
DGS of
yes, Nigerian Movie Directors, yes. Wow, by the grace of God, their present DGS is the person standing here. Not just that, for Lagos State DGS, I'm also, by the grace of God, the treasurer. Yes, the director of treasury. We call it director of treasury. I'm their treasurer in that same association.
Director of treasury.
Yes,
in Lagos chapter.
Yes, in Lagos chapter. Wow. Not only that, but right now, by the grace of God, we have Actors Guild of Nigeria.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, and to the glory of God, because we have to ascribe the whole glory back to Him. I am the current ongoing financial secretary of Actors Guild of Nigeria, Lagos State chapter.
You can see it now.
By the grace of God, it's just grace we are enjoying. Yes, you see, by the time we began to bring all this in, like I'm just explaining Nollywood, where Nollywood comprises of producers, crew, cast, and all the rest. So as I saw, I was doing so many things, helping some people producing. One person called me one day that you help others to produce. You can do also better if you start producing. I saw a vision that young girls who want to blow, who want to become stars, are not given opportunities because of the things going wrong. So I decided to open a production house. We call it DDL Production TV.
Oh, so you also have a production
Yes,
house?
yes, I have a production house called DDL Production TV, which is ongoing by the grace of God. So those young girls who yes, are, yes, when they come, boys and girls, we give them opportunity to exhibit the talents in them without bias. We make them to come. You come on merit. Not the one that when you sleep with somebody gives you a role. You
so
come.
When they find you, they just walk into your office, or there's a particular thing you need to do to get, to come over there.
My being in AGN gives me the little opportunity to meet with almost everybody. Okay. So most times they will call me, Mama, have in our group there is something that happened. The news go around. So people will tell them, Mama is the only group you go to and you will not sleep with men before you are made it, they will come. Wow. Many of them come to register. But then we were registering, I think, with 1,000 naira. Okay. And others were telling us, this thing, they register with 25,000. Why are you making what? I said, because we have a vision. We have a goal. Let them come and learn. We teach them on the nitty-gritties of acting. So they learn. We put them on the run, test run them, they do whatever little acting around us. Then when we want to run any a movie, we also bring them in to be part of the cast.
Wow, so young girl out there, if you're looking for a safe place and a safe way to act, you need to meet Mama Militant, okay? I recommend her anytime. It's something you would love, you would enjoy. And of course, they will teach you the nitty-gritty of acting. Right. All right, thank you so much, ma'am, for being on the show. It's my pleasure. I look forward to having you again sometime.
No, it's my pleasure. I'll be here whenever you need me. Thank you. Give me some time. I'll plan my things and be here. All
right, thank you, viewers. That is our role model today, Bishop, Dr. Apostle, Mrs. Adenuga Rosanna Okachi. Thank you, and do have a fantastic time. You can drop any, if you want anything, you want more information about her, you can just follow me on my channel. And of course, for those who want to act also, drop messages and we can get it across to her so that she can also support you where necessary.